Hi friends. So my plan is to work on this and get it ready for next weekend. I cannot find my bead breaker. I'm more than certain it's over at the storage unit, and I just don't feel like wasting time running over to the storage unit today. So tomorrow I'm just going to take the rim over. I'll just pay somebody to put a new valve stem in for me, and the quad will be ready to go for next weekend. So what I decided to do was tear into the new little mini bike. It's a Suzuki JR50. It's a 97 model, I believe. Um, I don't have much room to work. I don't have a workbench anymore. So I'm doing it on the floor. I'm doing it with minimum tools, unfortunately, and minimum light. But look what I found. I already broke two, the fins. I'm going to get a rebuild kit for it anyways, but the kid I bought it from said that the bottom end was tight and it probably needs a new crank bearing, all to come to find out that the top end's just seized. So the kicker would kick over, but it's fighting it because the cylinder is locked up. So the kicker's kicking over, but it's just tight because it may still need a bottom end. But, well, I couldn't get it off, so, we had to go get the universal tool out. Broke a couple fins off, doesn't matter because I'm going to buy a new top end for it anyways. So I just trying to get this off. The bottom end feels fine. I can sit there and move the piston back and forth on the bottom end. I can't get it to go any further out of the cylinder there. She is locked up tighter than Alcatraz, let me tell you. So we're gonna find out once I get that cylinder head off and the piston disconnected from each other. We're gonna see what happens. A rebuild kit for this thing's like $40 for a new top end because this is the same motor minus the put it in neutral and go forward machine. Same motor as the LT50 I have, four-wheeler Suzuki. So I already know I can get a rebuild kit for it. I know how much it is. It's the same exact top end, everything's the same. I actually have brand new carburetor, brand new coil, everything for the motor for the four-wheeler. The only difference is the four-wheeler is pull start and doesn't have this on it. It's just a twist and go. This actually has somewhat of a transmission, drive, and neutral. So I thought maybe just putting that motor in this and calling it good, and then I'll slowly rebuild this motor, but there are some differences, so I want to keep it original. The rest of the bike's not in bad shape. There's some stuff that's missing, but I'm going to try to source everything and rebuild it. And I think it needs a new front tire. It's got a brand new back tire. It's missing some brake part assembly. But yeah, for a free bike, I'm not going to complain. I can get this thing running and looking halfway decent and have another cool little pit bike, mini bike to fool around on. The deal there. And, if this doesn't work, I'm going to get the torch, and then I'm going to tell. And then if the torch doesn't work, I'm just going to get a BFH, and I'm going to make it. Ask, tell, make, tell, ask, make, ask, tell, make. You know the deal. But anyways, this wasn't really the plan for today. So, but I'm doing it anyways. I got something else in the works. So exciting, maybe potentially some exciting news for me. You guys might get a kick out of it and dig on it too. But I'm not going to say anything, but what may be happening, a couple of you guys already know that follow me. I've talked to you about it, but tomorrow I find out for sure. I don't want to put too much out there in case it doesn't happen, but a guy might be getting something really cool. Something I've been hurting for, something I sold all of what I had up north to help pay for the move down here over time. Last summer I sold all these. I had a pretty big collection of them, got rid of everything. And tomorrow things might change and I might have something cool again. But anyways, back to this. I'm going to keep trying to get that piston disconnected. So at this point, I'm really trying to be nice and ask without breaking anything else. But it just doesn't want to go. There she's coming. There it's coming. Shit, I broke the piston. No metal in there. There she's coming. Yay! Moses. Now I found out what. Holy catfish. There's, see that big line right there? Yeah, that's on the other side of the piston. Let me get this piston off the rod here and make sure I didn't bend the rod getting that out, and we'll see what we got going on. So, whoever rebuilt this motor before didn't know what they were doing, because the clip is why the motor was locked up. That is dug in to the piston, and it was dug into the cylinder wall as well, and that locked the motor up. So there's that. So let me get this torn apart. Alright, let's get the clip out. There. And the wrist pin should go out pretty simple. Not reusing any of these parts, so I don't care. Make sure you guys are in the frame. God, I hate working on shit like this. Alright, so that clip dug in good there, and boogered that up pretty good. This looks like a new piston. It looks like they put a new piston in, but not a new, they didn't put a new top end in. It looks like a newer bearing, and the bearing feels like it's still pretty smooth. Yeah, so it looks like whoever rebuilt this motor put a new piston and wrist pin and wrist pin bearing in, but they didn't put the clip in right, and that's from me. I broke it getting it out, but yeah, they didn't know what they was doing. So now this piston's shot because it's got a good gouge in it. So I'm just going to go on ahead and order a whole new top end rebuild kit for it. Like I said, it's like 40-50 bucks on the internet. I ain't worried about it. It ain't got to be name brand factory Suzuki or nothing. So we're just going to buy whatever we got. It's probably the cheapest that's available on the internet. And then I got some extra parts because this wrist pin's still in good shape. Well, maybe not. There's some gouge. No, that's just marks. Wrist pin and bearing still in good shape, so I mean, in the event that I were to need a new one, I got an extra. This piston shot, but I am going to keep it just as a memento. And yeah, we're going to go from there, I guess. So let's look inside the motor, make sure I didn't goof anything else up. So for reference, and I should have taken video of it before, but it would not do this before at all. It would. You could move the kicker, but it was super tight. Super tight. And now that I've got it unfroze, it's fine. There's a little bit of slop. But something like this, we ain't going to be racing it. We're going to be ripping it around the yard. I ain't too worried about it, and I got it for free. So as of right now, I'm going to be a top-end rebuild kit into it. And, 30 minutes or so of my time and the gas it took to drive there and back. So I ain't too worried about putting a little bit of money into this thing if I can turn it into a little 50cc ripper. I may even see if there's a big bore kit for these. I don't know if there's like an 80 or something for them or not. If there is, I may just go out ahead and buy it because I can't imagine it's going to be too much more money. So I'm going to get on the internet right now and look on the old jungle website there, the Evil Bay and the Amazonian. Yeah, so I just looked it up. 42 bucks plus shipping, or no, free shipping plus tax. So it'll probably be like $45 to have a new top end for this little guy. So I'm going to get it ordered, and as soon as it gets here, I'm going to rebuild this bike, and it should start, I would think. I haven't checked it for spark or anything yet, but I will, and I can, and all that stuff's going to be easy. And stuff's really cheap for this bike, so I'm pretty excited about that. I'm going to get her cleaned up. I'm going to get her somewhat put back together, shove some rags down in the engine, and I did check, there's nothing down in there, so I didn't get any metal pieces in there. We'll just, we'll shove some towels down in the engine in the opening for the case, and then put a plastic bag around it, and get the parts ordered. And the bike came with a brand new carb the kid bought for it that I got it from, and it was pretty much complete. Besides that, it does need some of the body work. So I'm going to try to source that on face-based marketplace, and because I really don't want to stick a ton of money into this thing, because it's just going to be a little beater. They do offer factory and aftermarket plastics on Evil Bay, but they're kind of pricey for this. So I don't know, but I do want it to be a complete bike. I want it to look halfway decent. I want it to be a nice little ripper for somebody that may bring their kids over and want to play. So I'm pretty excited about getting this one done. Hi friends. So I just realized I didn't film an outro for the mini bike video. So this is it. So it is Tuesday morning, April 1st. And I'm going to pick up my people from Illinois, and I got to take them to Louisville Airport. It's about an hour and 15-minute drive from the house. And then I get to come back, and I got a whole bunch of stuff I got to do. I've got to go pick up the other black and pink four-wheeler. One of the guys I race with and ride with needs a four-wheeler. His is not back together yet for the race. And this weekend coming up in Sturgis, Kentucky, I have to get home. I have to do laundry. I have to go grocery shopping for work. My day is jam-packed. I've got about 4 hours in driving, and it's 7 o'clock here right now, 8 o'clock Louisville time, or on fast time. So it's 7 o'clock, getting an early start, getting them to the airport, hurry up, get back, and then try to knock out all my stuff. Anyways, dirt bike video, PW or JR50. Got the parts ordered, top end rebuild kit. She's ready to rip. Well, will be ready to rip. I got all the parts ordered is my point. So got everything ordered. Turned out that it was just the top end, as you guys seen. So I'm pretty excited about that, because I was skeptical if it was the bottom end or not, and have to split the cases. And with no real transmission in that bike, it probably wouldn't have been that hard. I just get a little sketched out splitting cases. I do. My memory's bad. I always say that I will take a lot of pictures when I work on stuff, and I do, but sometimes you get caught up in the moment and you just go, and you just kind of forget. So anyways, long story short, parts are on the way. We will do a recap video, putting the bike back together, hopefully, fingers crossed, hopefully getting the bike running. They just said that the bottom end, it needed crank bearings, and that's why it didn't run, but turns out that they didn't put the C-clip in for the wrist pin correctly, which you guys would have seen. So anyways, that's where we're at with the little JR50 Suzuki dirt bike, mini bike, whatever you want to call it. Got another video coming for you guys. I got a new toy. It is exciting. So anyways, like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, I appreciate you guys. We are so close. We're like 908 subscribers, I think, right now. Trying to hit that goal of 1,000 subs. We're at 405,000 views across the channel, trying to hit that 500,000, 500,000 views. You guys have been doing a great job. I really appreciate it. Keep them coming. Keep the likes coming. Keep the commenting coming. Share, subscribe, smash that subscribe button. I appreciate you guys as always. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one.